Blue Zoo TV, presented by Hikari, featuring Fluval, is coming to you for the next 5 shows from Chicago, Illinois. We're going to check out the aquatic experience, we're going to check out the Shed Aquarium, and we're going to start out looking at sharks. No, not the NHL Sharks in Chicago, not the San Jose Sharks, but more importantly, a guy rescuing sharks. This is Blue Zoo TV, presented by Hikari, featuring Fluval. This is Blue Zoo TV, presented by Hikari, featuring Fluval. We're checking out sharks today with Brandon Phillip. Brandon.
Nice to meet you, man.
How you doing, brother?
Pretty good.
So, it's not every day that you walk down somebody's basement and there's a 2,000-gallon pool with sharks. What do we got going on here?
Basically, they're all cold water sharks. It started off with me getting into the hobby and getting one small baby shark, and was gonna basically get this system set up for that shark. And as it turns out, over the years, there was plenty of other people that kind of got into it and made the mistake of getting a shark that would get too big for their system. So a lot of these guys are from other people's homes that couldn't keep them, even some from some pet stores that shut down, some that got too big for the square box, if you will, the tank.
What you're doing, though, here is almost like on a conservation side, rescuing some sharks.
Sure.
So when you designed the pool, was there a reason you didn't go necessarily with an aquarium, more of a round pool?
Yeah, they like big round circles so they can't whack into things.
So with the 2,000-gallon tank here, what is the ideal temperature that you keep it? And you do use a chiller, right?
Yes. I have a 1.5 horsepower chiller, and this system right now is hovering right between 62 and 64 degrees. And their ranges are anywhere from 50 degrees all the way up to about 70. So.
Now, for people who are familiar with sharks but not in depth with sharks, you have a cover on this for a couple reasons, don't you?
Yeah. The cover is very, very important. Number one, the smooth hounds that are in the system, they seem to be more the jumper, if you will, and they're always kind of looking for a way out. Don't want to come down here one morning and find a shark on the ground. So
Brendan, I know you said the sharks jump. Mm-hmm. How about at least we give it a shot and remove part of the cover so we can get a better view of these guys?
Definitely. Yeah, we can go ahead and do that.
Because we don't edit this stuff, you can obviously see that Brandon has it covered for a reason. Sometimes the sharks just want to take a little walk. So we're just going to open it a little bit. And Brandon, you're going to feed them what?
This is ocean perch. The big leopard loves this stuff. She's the only one in the system that really likes to eat this.
Well, let's give it a go and see if and who's going to eat it? The leopard?
This big leopard shark should come right up after this stuff.
So Brandon, it's about 3.5 feet. How many pounds?
Roughly about 25 pounds. But in captivity, they haven't been known to get, I want to say more than 5.
So now we're feeding shrimp.
Yep. This is all shrimp, Gulf shrimp, and everything's packed with shark vitamins once again.
Will the leopard eat any of the shrimp?
The leopard will, yeah. You'll see her kind of come in here and steal some of these from the little guys.
I guess the point is the leopard can eat pretty much whatever it wants.
Yeah, definitely.
Brandon, a lot of people, hobbyists, have the normal size tanks, the 55, the 100, the 150, and they have water changes, 10%, 20%. What do you do for water changes?
Normally I'm doing about roughly 400 to 500 gallon water changes. I got comparable pools like this that I'll fill up with RODI water, get the salt mix on top of filling all the vats. I want to say about two days to fill everything, mix everything another day, make sure everything's close and in range, and then I'm pumping and filling. And yeah, it's
How often do you do it?
I try to do it at least twice a month, so bi-weekly.
So that's a great way, talking about water changes, to segue into checking out the main system.
Yeah, basically from the main system, everything comes through this 4-inch PVC. It goes through this 8-inch filter sock. Then it immediately goes through the 2 return pumps, but one of the pumps will pump up through here, this big manifold, shoot into the biomechanical filter. Then immediately it comes from this guy right into the protein skimmer before it then in turn gets drained back into the pool. And then my second return pump comes through my 5 micron, this is an actual pool filter, before it then in turn goes through my 120 watt UV sterilizer. There's also another pump inside of the sump that is feeding the chiller that had to be temporarily hooked up because we had a warm October, and normally the chiller resides outside. And then there is 2 more pumps down here. One is feeding all of my reactors up here. I got GFO in this reactor, which then in turn feeds into my carbon. And then on the end, I also have Purigen, more or less to pull any more of the chemicals and dissolved organics and phosphates out of the water, trying to give these guys pristine water. And then I also have one more pump down here that is feeding my sulfur denitrator. This guy basically tries to help me, in a sense, combat water changes. You know, it's designed to more or less process nitrates. It's kind of one of those things that I wish I had more room to do more, but kind of limited, so.
Brandon, great job explaining the maintenance room. I would have helped you out a little bit, but I figured I would have stumbled many times over, so thanks for doing that.
Yeah, definitely.
Great job on the pool. And actually, you're actually doing something really great in that you're part of that conservation effort of helping save aquatics and sharks.
Sure, definitely.
So use this as a tutorial for your shark tank or shark project. You might have to rewind it a couple times to get caught up on all the stuff that Brandon was talking about. But this is Blue Zoo TV, presented by Hikari, featuring Fluval. Blue Zoo TV is presented by Hikari, making species-specific diets long before it was fashionable. Because at Hikari, we know it matters. And featuring Fluval, discover life below water with Fluval. Blue Zoo is proudly partnered with Carib Sea, bringing science to life. Nature protected, nature perfected with Carib Sea. To email the show, go to bluezootv.com and follow us on Twitter @BlueZooTV.